Content creators, it's your time to shine. Mediacorp's the Pinwheels Award is back for a third year, and it wants to recognize the best of online content creators and is calling for submissions this month.
Winner is Just Keep Thinking.
Local science and nature channel Just Keep Thinking swept the awards at last year's edition, winning double honors in the Content Creator of the Year and Best Newcomer categories. Their efforts bagged them $15,000 in grants to create even more content. Now, Jing, co-founder of Just Keep Thinking, is with us tonight to share more about their journey post-award. And joining her is Diogo Martins, lead at Bloomr.SG, Mediacorp's content creator network. Welcome to the both of you. Jing, let's start with you. It's been over a year since Just Keep Thinking won. What has changed for you and your team since?
Oh, wow. So after we've won, we actually managed to have a collaboration with Octo to launch a TV series for children on national television to showcase the wildlife and green spaces of Singapore. So that's one. And second, I expanded my team. So the lady that I saw taking the award on behalf of us, because we were not there at the point of time, she actually joined us full time. So now I have a team of 10. And also, we just opened our new office today. Roll the pineapple. Yeah.
It's been a very busy year for you then. Congratulations on the expansion of your team. You know, when we think of content creation, we would perhaps generally think of beauty, fashion, travel, but science, perhaps not so much for some people. How has content creation in the field of science grown in the past year?
Well, personally, I have seen more educational content, including science content, more frequently on different social media platforms, such as TikTok and Instagram. And I've also given more workshops to educators to kickstart their own journey on content creation. So I think people have been more aware about the educational opportunities when it comes to content creation in something different than the usual content that we see online. And I think that's a really good step moving forward to see something that we can bring to the audience, a content that they can take away with, something they can apply to their everyday life, something they can learn.
Yeah, that's great. You know, and in the first year, if you look at the numbers, you had 66,000 followers on Instagram. And last I checked, perhaps this evening, there are now 304,000 followers. How do you feel about that, having more followers and people really depending on you for this kind of education?
Definitely very happy and also grateful for the support that we've been receiving. And I think our content has not only been spreading locally, but also regionally and globally. So I'm very proud to actually bring Singapore content outside of the country and showcase it to the rest of the world.
Okay, Diogo, let's bring you in. Content creation is more oversaturated than ever. What does it take for a content creator to stand out? I mean, Jing is probably doing, something right over here to get that kind of followers over a span of, I don't know, a short time, over a few years.
Thankfully, she is. Yeah. And we've seen her growth exactly because of it. I believe that to cut through the oversaturated content market, one needs to be very good at storytelling. You need to understand how to hook an audience in the first few seconds of a video, especially on TikTok and now Shorts and Instagram Reels, right? So that evolution of how content has grown has become a little bit complicated for a lot of producers that need to adapt to how to make stories like that, right? And for the Pinwheels, obviously, they need to make local stories, highlight things that are interesting for Singaporeans, and obviously things that will interest me, the committee, and all the judges when we look at their content.
How important is branding? Because I know, Jing, you have your signature get-up of your, that pair of big spectacles and your yellow dress. How important is having something like that so that people can relate to you?
So, because of so many people trying to make themselves famous on social media, I would think that not just like MJ, but everyone that can entice an audience in a way that not just by how they look, how they brand themselves, how they speak, what they say, how they create stories for children, for adults, right? Basically gives them that extra edge to anything that they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Just anything in life, if you can brand yourself correctly, then it's easy to open doors, right?
Yeah.
And thankfully on social media, the algorithms like that. So it's always good.
The Pinwheels Award, it is in its third year now. How do you foresee the show evolving? Will this year's edition set the bar higher?
I would hope so. At least I think my team is working on it in a way that it should evolve, not just on location, the type of acts that we're bringing, the type of content that has been submitted to the nominations this year. Likewise, we have a few surprises under our sleeves, so it should be a fun event.
What do you want to see in this year's submissions?
I want to see more local stories. I want to see more interesting moments, interesting stories, interesting things that most Singaporeans are not really looking at on social media. It gets cluttered with a lot of global content, right?
Okay.
And I want to see the fortuitous nature of most Singaporeans and how they can tell the Singaporean story.
Great. Manjing, before we go, what's next for Just Keep Thinking? Any other new milestones that you have set your sights on?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we just opened our new office today, so that's a really big milestone for us. On the media end, we hope to definitely create more content, showcase of what Singapore has to offer to the global stage. But we are also looking to see how we can expand globally or regionally and cover maybe stories from Southeast Asia, because we do have quite a following there as well. And also on the programs end, taking things offline, I've just expanded my programs team, so we're trying to roll out more guided tours, learning journeys, workshops to not just the public, but also to schools and corporates, so that we can educate and influence people in person.
Do you have any tips or advice for people who want to go into content creation, especially in the field of science?
Yes, I agree with Diogo. I think storytelling is important. You have to remember that not everyone is exactly interested in what you are interested in. So the whole idea is to hook this audience in and telling something that is more relatable to them, something that, it clicks within them and hooks them up to see the rest of your content. Because ultimately, people go to social media to be entertained, and you have to get the entertainment factor in. But you can also make it educational at the same time. So it's edutainment.
Edutainment, that's a nice way to put it. What do you want to see at this year's submission, being a past winner?
Well, I think, I would love to see, education content doesn't have to be science, but just anything that, you can teach the public something. It can be mental health, it can be farming, even, like beauty, there's an educational element to it. So something that carries a bit more meaning to the audience.
All right, Manjing, Diogo, thank you very much for coming into the studio to speak with us about this, and we wish you both the best. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that was Kong Manjing, co-founder of Just Keep Thinking, and Diogo Martins, lead at Bloomr.SG.